Hey guys, it's Pontic, and going to jump into another 1 versus 1 I did this time, and my opponent is Carthage. So you can go ahead and see I got 6 Spartan hoplites with 1 Royal Spartan General and then another Royal Spartan for support on the other side, and Periokai, however that's pronounced, hoplites for support with my 4 infantry, Italian mercenary swordspears, some Carthaginian cavalry, his general, and yeah, I guess you'll see the rest through here. So yeah, Carthaginian hoplites, some Libyan infantry on the sides, and he's gonna have 2 of his cavalry, Carthaginian cavalry on this side, and 2 more hiding in this side. Which I'm actually doing the same thing on this side. 2 of my citizen cav hiding out in here. And yeah, in a second I'm gonna start moving up. But you'll notice I'll have my Spartan hoplites up front to absorb most of it and pin their main line. Cretan archers deal damage, and then my Royal Spartans as flank support to go around or help if my cavalry needs support. But mainly that's what these guys are for, these Perioki hoplites. So they have a 15 bonus versus large, so I'm going to plan on keeping them with my cavalry, because citizen cav, not the best by itself. So I am starting to move my citizen cavalry up because I want to kind of like scout out the woods, make sure he doesn't have anything hidden, and you'll see in a second, or I guess right now, they actually just became visible, and then his guys become visible. I see the 2 Carthaginian cavalry, which I immediately run away because Carthaginian cavalry is better, and my opponent, I guess, does not want to take the engagement, but he probably would have won. Or not probably, I'm almost positive. Yeah. Carthaginian cavalry would have won, I would think. So, moving my forward line, my front lines up. He actually, as you see, has 2 different little, well, 1 little detachment with his mercenary Italian swordsman, followed up by one of these Libyan peltasts, and then his main line over here. So he's attacking from 2 fronts basically, and that's gonna cause a little bit of a problem for me. And he does have a hill advantage, which I've always wondered, because I wonder how much of a actual difference that little slope makes. I mean, it's not, I guess, not a little slope, but I wonder if it does make a difference. But anywho, at this point, you see 2 of his other Carthaginian cavalry become visible to me. So yeah, I'm kind of just thinking about how I want to do this, because I kind of don't want to split my force into half because he has so much more infantry over here. But at the same time, I don't really want to just stay here and wait for him to attack me. In a second, I'll actually start doing something. But just kind of going through my thoughts of what to do, or my options, I should say. He does have his cavalry still hidden over here, and I do remember that. So I mean, it's not like I'm free to bring my cavalry around anything. But in a second, I'm actually going to, I do start firing while he gets into range, and I'm going to actually start skirmishing with his guys. But yeah, I guess when I'll actually start doing the plan, I'll explain what I was going through. Yeah, so I move up a little bit just to get into range, and we're gonna exchange skirmish fire. His cavalry's still kind of just like going back and forth. He's not really sure what to do with them, or wanting to engage them yet. So yeah, I bring my citizen just to have some kind of quick support, so they'll be able to get over there nice. He puts his guys into hoplite wall, or phalanx. Hoplite wall, yeah. And I do start firing onto his skirmishers, his Cretan archers, which I have 3 Cretans, he has 3 Cretans, so it's pretty evenly matched. So you'll notice I actually bring my citizen cav up. I'm going to bring him right up here, just mainly was if he has skirmish mode on, you know, it'll stop them from firing and they'll kind of start running. Doesn't really work out, you'll see, but I'll bring them up. And that's one thing I wanted to make sure. These guys don't have javelins. I'm not sure, I don't think Libyan infantry has javelins, like a fire at will. I can't remember. But that's one thing, you know, it's really bad to do if you like going against the real spears or something, because I've done it before and lost a lot of my cavalry. And you can see I'm not either a skirmish off, or I'm not getting close enough. I think I'm just not getting close enough, so it was kind of for naught. But you see this unit's going down pretty well, which I am firing all 3 of mine into one spot. So yeah, just going through this. Not much going on, so I'm going to just fast forward a little bit. Not much excitement happening, with just the archers firing back and forth. Alright. So here you can see I peel off a Spartan hoplite. I got Royal Spartan and a Perioci hoplites. I do try to throw this guy through the gap to get around, and he peels off one of his Italian swordsmen to chase after him, which, you know, my cavalry is a lot faster, so I'll get past that. And I'm going to... Well, my plan was to send in my Royal Spartan, because he'll definitely win the engagement, and I was going to try to catch both of these units, so my cavalry was free, but he ends up chasing it, and then they end up taking a one-on-one engagement, and he does completely surround it with the Carthaginian cavalry and his hoplite unit. So I send my other citizen cav around, and I put both my guys into hoplite wall, which these guys should both win fairly easily against the Italian swordsman, and I got this extra hoplite unit for support. Over here, still just skirmishing, so nothing's really happening. But I send my citizen cav around, and he should be going into charge now. He does peel off some of his Carthaginian cav, and they'll get into engagement here, and both of my citizen cav are basically doomed, but they'll do nice just to hold them off. And I'm going to send these guys in for support. Or I send them into one of these two groups, I can't remember which. Over here real quickly, I was hoping to get a good charge on his cavalry, and you see his focus is elsewhere, so I am able to come in. We'll just watch this charge with my citizen cav, which they need all the advantages they can get when facing superior cavalry, so yeah. Charge right into him, which the charge I guess doesn't get any kills, but they'll get the charge bonus, so hold them up and send in some of my hoplites in for support, because I really want to win this flank. He does start to try to pull away, you see, his cavalry, and at this time I do rush my Royal Spartans left, that doesn't make any sense. The 5 I have left, I rush them up. And over here, battle's still going. I did send my hoplites in, and he does intercept with these Italian swordsmen, so they'll be in that, and he still has these peltasts left, and they're going to be causing quite a bit of damage. And I got my citizen holding on to his 2 Carthaginian. And back over here, you'll see, I believe most of these should be taken out. Yeah, you see, this one's almost gone, and got quite an overwhelming force with spears helping my 2 citizen cavalry. So I charge up, and I do stop, and he does start to charge at me, and he's going to spread out and take my 4 units. So I do put him into hoplite wall, and I have 1 free unit, so I do send him up here, but you notice he has 3 free units, plus he still has his Cretan archers. Mine are actually pretty, or 2 of them are kind of damaged. He does get a cavalry out that he's going to send after them, and at this time I actually am focus firing them on the cavalry over here to help with this engagement. And my 1 Royal Spartan, or Spartan hoplite, finished against those swordsmen, so I'm going to send him up here to help with this fight. And I got my citizen cavalry over here to attack his Carthaginian cavalry that got free, and I got 2 more units of Royal Spartans and Perioci hoplites that I'm going to send in to stop these Libyan infantry from flanking my Spartan guys. So yeah, at this point everybody's kind of engaged, so it's kind of just a waiting. And you'll notice these Spartan hoplites, these guys are incredible. See, their kills already going up a pretty good rate, non-stop right now, and they're gonna hold out for a while. And you can see, I mean, they got, which he does leave his cavalry in here, which isn't good at front against spears, but he got swordsmen and then his peltasts, but there'll be more coming at him, and they'll survive it all. He still has his cavalry running back after my archers. I'm gonna bring my cavalry around. So yeah, he has his general he's gonna start bringing through, and other than that, it's just waiting to see whose infantry is gonna hold up better. Got 2 citizen cav coming around, and I do try to send 1 here and 1 here, but it kind of all gets clobbered together, so they'll get stuck in that fight. He has these Italian swordsmen that stop routing, and I am able to get his Carthaginian cav with my archers, so I'm going to start redirecting them. He does try to pull through with his general through this little gap here, and they kind of get caught, but I do send my archers after them. His Royal Spartans still holding up against just, right now it's just peltasts and Carthaginian cavalry. So yeah, I guess not much else to really talk about, because really he's gonna do stuff with his general, and that's basically it. And that everything else is kind of just waiting. I do have this one citizen cavalry. I'm actually gonna send him in here to help with this citizen cavalry, because those guys are actually dying against those Cretan archers. So I guess we'll just kind of go in some of these fights. I'll actually go to these Royal Spartans over here, which are pretty cool looking units. And yeah, so that's basically it. Not much is happening, just waiting for some of these fights to resolve themselves. So these Spartan hoplites for 700 talents, they're quite good. They definitely hold their own, especially with hoplite wall, which actually increases their melee defense and bracing and shield strength and everything, so they'll hold out for quite a while. Yeah, so see my citizen cav still just going in, and these Royal Spartans over here still holding up, already at 187 kills, and he's gonna see in the background, you can see his general charging in. See if we can get a nice shot of that. And with just the small number his general is made up of, with 25, plus the fact that they're not shock cavalry, it's not going to do too much against my Royal Spartans, but it will still damage them. And you'll notice actually their morale still pretty good, still in the green even though they're surrounded. And they're still winning actually. So yeah, he's going to still be doing stuff with his general, and Citizen Cav finally pull him away from these Cretan archers, because it's not a fight I'm winning. These Cretan archers are still doing pretty good with pretty high armor for you know, a skirmishing unit. So I bring him over here just to help try to free up this flank, so you can get a flank charge on these Libyan infantries. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit while everything's kind of just waiting to be resolved. He does kind of do some charges with those Cretans there, out of ammo, so I'll go ahead and charge him into the back. Still kind of just roaming around with my Cretans, or not my Cretans, my citizen cavalry. And one of my hoplite units actually starts to rout, my Spartan hoplites here, which he actually had his general in the back of. So I send my citizen in just to help fight, and I do leave them there, and they're actually gonna both start to rout. And I'm pretty sure they both break here, yeah. One of them just went, and this one only has 10 guys, so at this point they're not useful, really, with that few guys. But his Libyan infantry and his Cretans start to break against my Spartan hoplites. One stabilizes and the other one ends up stabilizing too. He sends his general around to get into the back of some of these guys. He does have his other Cretan archers into the back of my other Spartan hoplites. And for the most part, he's actually winning some of these infantry engagements. But over here, my Royal Spartans, which actually, my Royal Spartans did break. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because and it was just down to my Perioki hoplites. And pretty soon, these guys are actually going to get free. And I'm going to bring these Royal Spartans, which 252 kills, which is amazing. So they're going to finish up these Libyan peltasts, and I'm going to bring them in for support. And this is where the battle's still kind of up in the air. He has his general unit, and I actually lost my general unit, which was in this Spartan unit over here. So that's going to be a bit of a morale decreaser, but I'm pretty sure these are all disciplined. Almost, yeah. They're disciplined, so that shouldn't be too much of a morale penalty for them. But he still has his general, which is a bonus for him, plus cavalry for hammer and anvil strikes. See, his Carthaginian hoplites finally do start to break though against my Royal Spartans, which, as you can see, my Royal Spartans are still pretty depleted, 37 and 52 there, so there's not really much left. And this one does start to waver because he's able to get his general into the back. And yeah, I'm finally bringing these Royal Spartans after 260 kills. They're gonna come and support. See these guys starting to waver. His general's in here in the back doing some damage. This one actually does break. I'm pretty sure both I think this one breaks too, and my guy actually stabilizes after they break. We'll see.
Understood.
I do actually start to move my guys, and then I realize this hasn't broken yet, so I put them into attack again and put them back on top light wall. And then those actually do break, those Carthaginian hoplites, so I'm gonna just target them towards his general, which they're actually just about dead. You can see it's pretty impressive. His general lived down almost the last guy. And now basically all of his break after that. And you can see that was basically the end of it. So yeah. Most of that one was kind of just the wait out of the grinding of the fighting, but good game to my opponent. See, his Cretans definitely did a lot better than mine. But you see these Perioci hoplites did pretty good. At least this one did 85, which they actually, I think, did a lot against one of his cavalry units. And then these Royal Spartans, 260. So my general's unit actually did get kind of surrounded on the left flank, and they ended up breaking. Citizen cavalry, didn't use them too great. 115 for this one, pretty good. But yeah. Man, these Peltas 57 did pretty good. So that's really all I have to say. I have nothing. You can see the stats here. So, alright, stay tuned for my next video. See ya.